Imagine a life where, day by day, habits silently shape who you are, either building you up or breaking you down. Each day, you are presented with choices that, over time, determine whether you become stronger or weaker. Too often, people drift through life, unknowingly undermining their own potential with habits that drain them of confidence, purpose, and resilience. Have you ever felt like something was holding you back, like there was a gap between the life you live and the life you aspire to live? This disconnect may stem from seemingly small habits that, left unchecked, erode your strength, clarity, and focus. In Stoic philosophy, our daily actions and mindset shape our character, and if we do not control them, they control us. Stoicism encourages self-awareness and vigilance over the patterns of behavior that weaken our spirit. Here, we will explore 7 common habits that undermine inner strength, habits that sap away your self-worth and focus. But remember, these habits can be removed if you choose to confront them. As we go through each habit, consider asking yourself, how might this behavior weaken me? And am I prepared to let it go? The path to resilience, as Stoicism teaches, is one of deliberate action and reflection. Stay with us until the end, where you'll find the key to transforming these challenges into a life of purpose and strength. Habit 1. Procrastination and laziness, the quiet thief of time. Have you ever found yourself putting off tasks, telling yourself, "I'll do it tomorrow," only to feel a quiet guilt that grows stronger as days go by? Procrastination is a subtle yet powerful habit, stealing precious time and slowly eroding your self-respect and mental strength. Stoicism teaches us that time is one of the few things we truly possess in this world, and to waste it is to squander our potential. Procrastination doesn't merely delay tasks, it sows seeds of doubt within us. Each time we choose to delay, we reinforce a belief that effort is too much to ask, that discomfort is to be avoided. In avoiding responsibility, we create a habit of weakness. Have you ever noticed that tasks you put off often feel heavier, larger, and more intimidating the longer you delay them? It's as if procrastination itself multiplies the difficulty, making what once was small seem insurmountable. The Stoics would say, the obstacle is the way. Rather than running from the effort, lean into it, for it is in facing challenges that you strengthen your resolve. Reflect on this. When was the last time you let procrastination rob you of an opportunity for growth? Perhaps it was a project you never began, or a commitment you failed to honor. Each time we avoid effort, we weaken the mind's capacity for endurance, building a pattern that favors ease over resilience. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, warned against idleness, not for its own sake, but because it prevents us from becoming the people we are capable of being. If we allow procrastination to take root, we trade our future potential for fleeting comfort. Overcoming procrastination through Stoic principles. To combat procrastination, apply the Stoic practice of focusing on the present task with undivided attention. Stoicism reminds us to approach each task with intentionality and view it as an opportunity to cultivate discipline. Next time you feel the urge to put something off, ask yourself, if not now, when? And recognize that the time you lose cannot be regained. How much stronger would you feel if you simply began without judgment, trusting that the strength to complete it would follow? Consider adopting a small, manageable practice. Commit to starting your day with a task you might otherwise avoid. Make it your morning ritual to face discomfort first, to silence that inner voice that suggests you wait. When you complete this task, notice how it shifts your mindset for the day. Embrace the satisfaction of having done what you once hesitated to begin. Building discipline. One task at a time. Imagine the person you would become if you overcame procrastination. You would have a mind disciplined in action, one that does not flinch from challenges, but embraces them with clarity and focus. You would reclaim time, moving through each day with purpose rather than regret. The Stoics believed that true freedom is found in mastery over one's own impulses and actions. Each time you choose action over delay, you move closer to that freedom. When you master this habit, you do more than simply complete tasks. You become a person of action, resilience, and strength. This is the essence of Stoic discipline, the ability to act decisively, even when comfort calls us away from duty. Are you ready to become that person? Habit 2. Fear of failure, the invisible barrier to growth. Do you hesitate to try something new because of the chance you might fail? Fear of failure is a formidable barrier that restrains us from exploring our true potential. This habit, deeply rooted in self-doubt, prevents us from facing risks, embarking on new paths, and reaching beyond our comfort zones. In Stoicism, failure is not something to fear, but to embrace as an essential aspect of growth and learning. Every failed attempt holds within it the seeds of wisdom and resilience, if we are willing to look beyond our initial disappointment. Consider this. Each time you avoid something because you fear failure, you are turning away from an opportunity to strengthen yourself. Failure itself is not the enemy. Rather, it is our avoidance of failure that limits us. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to welcome with the same heart the events that seem good or bad, seeing each as an instrument of growth. From a Stoic perspective, failure serves a higher purpose. It sharpens our skills, builds resilience, and offers insights that success alone cannot provide. When you fear failure, what exactly are you fearing? Is it the judgment of others? Is it the discomfort of facing your limitations? These are fleeting concerns that, if ignored, lose their power over us. Instead of allowing this fear to control us, we can learn to see failure as a natural and necessary part of the path to excellence. As Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, observed, "What ought one to say, then, as each difficulty presents itself? I was practicing for this, I was training for this." Each failure, then, is a form of practice, a step closer to mastering yourself, turning fear of failure into a path of resilience. To overcome this habit, start by reframing how you view failure. Instead of perceiving it as a setback, see it as feedback. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this? And how can I improve next time? The Stoics teach us that our response to events, not the events themselves, defines our character. Imagine if every failure became an invitation to grow rather than a reason to retreat. How much more confident and capable would you become? Begin with small steps. Take on something that makes you uncomfortable, a project, a conversation, a skill you've avoided. Allow yourself to be imperfect, to make mistakes, and to learn from them. Over time, your fear will diminish, replaced by a quiet confidence rooted in experience. Each time you face and accept failure, you strengthen your inner resolve, making it less likely that fear will sway your decisions. Embracing growth and letting go of perfection. When we release the need to avoid failure, we open ourselves to growth in ways we may never have anticipated. Perfection is an illusion, a mirage that keeps us from engaging fully with life's challenges. The Stoic approach is not to avoid failure, but to use it wisely, to let it fuel our growth without affecting our inner peace. Remember, the path to excellence is not smooth or without obstacles. It is through facing those obstacles that we become resilient. What kind of life do you want to live? One that is confined by fear, or one that is expansive, marked by growth and exploration? Fear of failure may whisper that you're safer standing still, but resilience and courage urge you to move forward. Choosing growth over fear is not easy, but it is liberating. Each time you step into the unknown, embracing failure as a teacher, you become a little stronger, a little closer to who you are meant to be. Habit 3. Wasting time on frivolous activities. The silent erosion of potential. How much time slips away each day, leaving you no closer to your goals, your purpose, or your ideals? We live in a world filled with distractions, many of which offer temporary pleasure, but no lasting value. Wasting time on frivolous activities is a habit that subtly, almost invisibly, robs us of our potential, our aspirations, and the chance to become our best selves. Stoicism emphasizes that time is one of the most precious resources we have, and to squander it is to betray our own future. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, famously remarked, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Imagine if you tallied the hours spent mindlessly scrolling, playing games, or indulging in trivial pursuits. How much time would you reclaim if you used these moments purposefully? In Stoic thought, every moment is an opportunity to practice virtue, discipline, or self-improvement. To spend time thoughtlessly, then, is not merely a loss of minutes or hours. It is a loss of character, of the strength we might have developed if we had chosen our actions with intention. Ask yourself, what would I be capable of if I used my time wisely? Picture yourself in a year or 5 if every small action you took today was aligned with your higher goals. The moments you waste on distractions could be used to deepen skills, build relationships, or contribute meaningfully to something greater than yourself. This shift from indulgence to intention is at the heart of Stoicism. The more aware you are of how you spend your time, the more power you have over your destiny. Reclaiming your time through intentional living. To combat this habit, begin with self-awareness. Track your daily activities, noting where your time goes and questioning which activities genuinely enrich you. Stoicism teaches that we must guard our time as fiercely as we guard our physical possessions, recognizing that once lost, time cannot be reclaimed. Start by choosing one small habit that aligns with your values, perhaps reading, learning, or exercising, and dedicate a part of each day to it. This discipline not only builds character, but slowly transforms wasted time into meaningful effort. As you practice, consider keeping a journal, a tool the Stoics themselves often used. Each evening, reflect on how you spent your day and whether it brought you closer to your goals. Ask yourself, did my actions today reflect the person I wish to become? And how can I spend tomorrow more wisely? This practice will keep your purpose at the forefront, helping you make choices that strengthen rather than weaken your spirit. Building a life of purpose, free from frivolity. Imagine a life where every day brings you closer to your vision, a life where your time is spent building, creating, and refining. You would feel the quiet pride of discipline, the satisfaction of knowing that your actions, however small, contribute to a life well lived. This is the essence of a Stoic life, one where time is not frittered away on empty distractions, but used to cultivate resilience, wisdom, and inner peace. What will you choose, a life dictated by distractions, or one that you design with care? The decision to reclaim your time is not an easy one, but it is profoundly rewarding. With each choice, you strengthen your resolve, inching closer to the person you aspire to be. Remember, the life you want begins with the time you choose to protect today. Habit 4. Social media and constant comparison. The trap of self-doubt. Have you ever found yourself scrolling through social media, feeling your mood darken as you compare your life to the curated, polished images of others? This habit of constant comparison is a subtle but powerful thief, eroding self-esteem, breeding dissatisfaction, and weakening our inner peace. In Stoic philosophy, comparison is a trap, leading us away from our true purpose and towards a life of envy and distraction. When we focus too much on others, we lose sight of who we are and what we are capable of becoming. The ancient Stoics taught that our value does not come from external measures, but from the strength of our character and the virtue of our actions. When we measure ourselves by others' standards, we give away our power, allowing external validation to dictate our self-worth. Social media amplifies this habit by flooding us with unrealistic ideals, creating a cycle where we constantly chase after a life that isn't truly ours. How often have you asked yourself, "Why am I not enough?" after seeing someone else's highlight reel? This endless comparison can weaken us, filling us with doubt and distracting us from our own unique path. Instead of looking outward, Stoicism advises us to turn inward. Rather than seeking validation from likes, comments, or followers, we are encouraged to find peace and pride in our own growth and values. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." What would it be like to let go of comparison, to focus solely on your journey and your progress? Overcoming the comparison trap with mindfulness. To break free from the habit of social comparison, begin by practicing mindfulness. Whenever you find yourself feeling inadequate after seeing someone else's achievements, pause and ask, "Am I being fair to myself?" Recognize that these feelings of inadequacy are born not from truth, but from the illusions presented by social media. Focus on what truly matters: your own growth, your own goals, and your own inner peace. Another effective practice is to set boundaries around social media. Limit your time online and consider unfollowing accounts that do not uplift or inspire you. Use this reclaimed time to invest in activities that bring you genuine fulfillment: reading, developing skills, or spending time with loved ones. Stoicism teaches that we should act with purpose, and letting go of unnecessary comparisons is a step towards living intentionally, fostering contentment and finding your own path. Imagine the freedom that comes from being content with your journey, focusing only on what is within your control. You would feel a newfound strength, rooted not in the opinions of others, but in the satisfaction of living authentically. The Stoics remind us that each of us has a unique path, and we weaken ourselves when we let others' lives distract us from our own. By choosing contentment over comparison, you cultivate resilience, self-respect, and a deeper connection to your true self. What will you choose? Will you let social media dictate your happiness, or will you rise above it, finding peace in the knowledge that your worth comes from within? The decision is yours, but remember, the path to strength and contentment begins with letting go of comparison and embracing your journey wholeheartedly. Habit 5. Avoiding responsibility, the barrier to personal growth. Have you ever caught yourself blaming others or circumstances for things within your control? Avoiding responsibility might seem convenient in the moment, but over time, it erodes our character and limits our potential. Stoicism teaches us that we are responsible for our actions, our choices, and ultimately, our lives. When we refuse to take responsibility, we surrender our power to external forces, weakening our inner strength and self-respect. In avoiding responsibility, we cultivate a mindset of dependency. By blaming others or circumstances, we fail to see our role in shaping our lives, which leaves us feeling powerless. The Stoics believed that true freedom comes from within, from the ability to take charge of one's actions and responses to the world. When we avoid responsibility, we rob ourselves of this freedom, placing ourselves at the mercy of external events and other people's decisions. Have you ever considered how much power you would reclaim by accepting responsibility for every aspect of your life? Think of responsibility not as a burden, but as an opportunity. Taking ownership of your actions means you are in control of your growth and direction. Seneca once wrote, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By taking responsibility, we transform challenges into lessons, failures into stepping stones, and mistakes into opportunities for improvement. Embracing responsibility as a path to resilience. To cultivate the habit of responsibility, start by reflecting on your choices each day. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I choose today that aligns with my values? And where did I avoid responsibility that I could have embraced? This simple practice, a form of Stoic self-examination, will help you gradually become more mindful of your actions and their impact. When faced with challenges, practice viewing them as opportunities to grow rather than inconveniences. Each obstacle you encounter is a chance to strengthen your resilience. By owning your responses, you take control of your life, building a strong foundation of confidence and self-respect. Remember, in Stoicism, responsibility is not just about taking ownership of actions, it's about building the character that can withstand life's uncertainties, transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth. Imagine a life where you feel truly capable, a life where you meet challenges with a sense of inner strength and resolve. By embracing responsibility, you empower yourself to become this person, a person who stands firm in the face of difficulty and takes ownership of both victories and failures. You would no longer be at the mercy of external forces, but grounded in the knowledge that you have the power to shape your path. Are you ready to embrace responsibility, to stand as the author of your own life? Each decision to take ownership brings you closer to true freedom and resilience. The choice to take responsibility is not always easy, but it is essential for personal growth. Embrace this habit and watch as your confidence and strength flourish. Habit 6. Negative interactions and making fun of others. The poison of disrespect. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to judge or mock others, finding humor in their struggles or imperfections? While it may offer a fleeting sense of superiority, this habit of belittling others ultimately poisons our relationships and weakens our character. In Stoicism, every interaction we have with others is an opportunity to cultivate respect, empathy, and kindness. When we choose to mock or judge, we distance ourselves from these virtues, creating negativity within ourselves and among others. Mocking others not only damages relationships, but also reflects a lack of inner strength. A truly resilient person has no need to diminish others to feel significant. As Marcus Aurelius once noted, it is not right to judge others for their flaws when we ourselves are far from perfect. When we make fun of others, we are often projecting our insecurities, our judgments, or our frustrations onto them rather than dealing with these issues internally. This habit subtly corrodes our self-worth, creating a cycle where we feel the need to judge others to maintain a fragile sense of confidence. Consider the impact that respectful interactions can have. Stoicism teaches that we are all part of a larger community, connected by shared experiences and challenges. When we choose to build others up rather than tear them down, we strengthen our connections and foster an atmosphere of mutual respect and understanding. Imagine how empowering it would feel to know that your words and actions bring out the best in others, creating a ripple effect of positivity and strength. Practicing respect and strengthening relationships. To break free from this habit, begin by cultivating self-awareness in your interactions. Pay attention to how you speak about others and to others. Before you comment, ask yourself, will this add to the person's dignity? And would I appreciate this being said about me? This mindful approach allows you to catch negative remarks before they become habits, helping you to choose words that encourage and uplift. Consider practicing a daily act of kindness, whether in word or action. Compliment someone sincerely, listen attentively, or offer a word of encouragement. These small gestures create a habit of empathy, which, in turn, builds stronger relationships. As the Stoics remind us, Strength of character is often reflected in how we treat those around us, especially when it requires effort and patience. Building inner peace through positive connections. Imagine a life where each interaction leaves you feeling respected and respected. By letting go of the habit of judgment and ridicule, you gain peace, knowing that your words have contributed positively to the world. You cultivate an environment where people feel comfortable, supported, and valued. This is the essence of Stoic kindness, a strength that comes from within, from the choice to treat others with dignity. What kind of impact do you want to have on the people around you? A life built on respect and kindness, rather than negativity and judgment, is one that is resilient and strong. Embrace the habit of positive interactions, and you will find that your relationships deepen, your self-respect grows, and your world becomes a more harmonious place. Habit 7. Poor body language and lack of self-confidence. The unspoken signal of weakness. Have you ever noticed how your posture, your eye contact, or even the way you carry yourself can influence how others perceive you? Body language is a silent yet powerful communicator of your confidence, self-respect, and inner strength. Slouching, avoiding eye contact, or appearing withdrawn sends a message that you lack self-assurance and are not at ease within yourself. According to Stoicism, cultivating self-respect and confidence is essential, and body language is one way we embody these inner qualities. Stoics teach us that self-confidence comes not from external validation, but from our own values, actions, and self-discipline. When we exhibit poor body language, we undermine our sense of self-assurance and project an image of insecurity. Consider how often your posture or gestures mirror how you feel about yourself. Do you stand tall and face others with clarity, or do you retreat, shrinking into yourself? This habit of negative body language can, over time, become a self-fulfilling prophecy, weakening our mental and emotional resilience. Improving body language does more than just alter others' perception of us. It reshapes our own perception of ourselves. When you stand tall, make eye contact, and approach others with a steady presence, you reinforce an inner strength that builds over time. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to conduct himself in a way that his actions reflected his inner principles. This alignment between body and mind allows us to embody the resilience we aim to cultivate. Practicing confident body language for inner and outer strength. To change this habit, start by becoming aware of how your body language reflects your inner state. Throughout the day, take moments to check in with yourself. Are you slouched or avoiding eye contact? Make a conscious effort to adjust, aligning your posture with the strength you wish to project. When speaking to others, practice open gestures and grounded stances, reminding yourself that your body language is an extension of your inner resilience. Consider simple exercises to improve your physical posture. Regular stretching, mindful breathing, or even strength training can help create a feeling of physical and mental solidity. As Stoicism reminds us, the body and mind are interconnected, and strengthening one often fortifies the other. When you stand with purpose, you create a habit that cultivates both self-confidence and mental clarity. Living a life aligned with confidence and purpose. Imagine a life where your presence radiates confidence, where each gesture reflects your inner strength and conviction. By practicing positive body language, you not only project resilience to the world, but reinforce it within yourself. The Stoic way is to live in alignment with actions that mirror the values you hold dear. When your body language reflects inner confidence, you will find that others respond with respect and openness, creating a world that reflects your own strength. Are you ready to project strength in both word and action, aligning your inner and outer selves? Confidence, after all, is a habit like any other, one that requires practice, self-awareness, and persistence. Embrace this habit and let your actions and body language reflect the resilience you cultivate within. These 7 habits, if left unchecked, can gradually weaken your spirit, eroding your self-confidence, resilience, and sense of purpose. But by choosing to confront each one, to reflect on your actions and replace negative habits with positive, intentional choices, you are choosing to live a life of strength and clarity. Stoicism teaches us that personal growth is a journey, one shaped by discipline, mindfulness, and a commitment to becoming the best version of ourselves. As you reflect on these habits, ask yourself, which of these holds me back? And am I ready to embrace the habits that build strength? Change begins with self-awareness and grows through daily action. Let go of procrastination, fear of failure, and judgment. Reclaim your time, embrace responsibility, build positive relationships, and carry yourself with confidence. Each of these choices brings you closer to a life of inner peace and resilience. If this journey towards strength and purpose resonates with you, share your thoughts in the comments. Have any of these habits held you back? Join us in fostering a community of growth and self-improvement. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more insights, and share it with those who might benefit from this path of self-discovery. Thank you for watching, and may you walk forward with strength, confidence, and a resilient heart.